Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Hello, my beautiful sister, Pauline in the house. Grand Rising, sister. Thank you for being here. Grand Rising, everyone. How are you doing on this wonderful happy hump day? You guys, we're almost to November. Like, holy rusted metal Batman. Are you kidding me right now? Like, seriously? Seriously? My beautiful sister, Miss Kelly Jones in the house. Grand Rising sister, and my sister, Cherry in the house. Welcome, sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? How's everybody today? Welcome if you're new. Hello, TikTok. There we go. We got that up and going. Welcome if you guys are new. It is a blessing and honor to have you. I am Earth Angel Jamaica, and this is the space, place, and time where we come together, setting our intentions to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. We focus on prosperity and the art of self-care, looking at the spiritual laws connected to that prosperity, which are tithing, forgiveness, goals, and life purpose. Today being Wednesday, we are going to be talking about some goals. What kind of goals we have going on. Hello, my beautiful sister, Auntie Kelly in the house. Hello, Kelly. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. So how's everybody doing with this energy? There's like some solar flares happening and some moon stuff. What's up, my beautiful sister Moonchild? Hello, sister. Hello. How are you? Thank you for being here, sister. What divine timing. I was literally just like, what is going on with this energy? Can you fill me in? What's happening here? I would love to say wonderful. Good. You're doing good with this energy. Good. Thank you all for your prayers. My love is healing and doing better. Still need the prayers, but he is on the road to recovery. Yay! Oh, that's so good to hear. Continuing to send that love and those positive vibes out to you, sister, knowing perfect divine health. Absolutely. I feel amazing today. How are you? You guys, I would love to say I feel amazing, but that's not my jam today. I have this very interesting thing happening within my energy fields, and I don't know. I don't know. My bones, it's like in my bones literally are having this like interesting energy. I don't know how else to explain it. It hurts in my bones. I sound like my grandma now, my old like oh gosh, my bones ache. But I'm having this experience where my bones are literally like achy, and we do have a really interesting, there's been a lot of energy. We've had a storm rolling through, and I think part of it's probably that, just me and being who I am and what I do. So anyway, I'm honoring my body today. I'm really respecting my body. I'm paying attention to the signs. I think that last night I must have in my sleep been seriously in battle. I'm not even joking. Like I think I was battling things last night in my sleep because I literally woke up with a twisted ankle. I can walk on my foot, but I can't put full weight on my ankle at all. And literally like my whole body just feels like I've been like worked out. Yeah, I agree, Miss Moonchild. I believe that it is my body 100%. It's catching up to the spiritual growth. I have had a lot of beautiful expansion, spiritual growth, new understanding, lots of downloads, lots of, beautiful information coming through. So it's, see my wrist, even like, it's just really this wrist, especially, it definitely, I know is when it's what we talk about on here. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. I can be open with you guys. What's going on here? Honest, open and honest is, when we do this work behind the scenes, the unseen work, when we do this healing work, the releasing work, we just did a huge release on the full moon with Archangel Michael, right? Where we cut away a lot of these ties and um, we just released a lot of toxic junk, right? On the spiritual plane, in this spiritual realm. And here we are. It's a little, what, a week? We're exactly a week in, aren't we? We're exactly a week in. This is why it's important to talk about this stuff, right? A week in from doing that. So we see how the unseen creating the scene. So now my physical body is catching up. And I could misinterpret this and go, oh no, there's something wrong. Get in fear. My body's, No, but instead, taking the time to look at the spiritual growth, understand that's why we focus on mind, body, and spirit here, right? We look at ourselves as a whole. And we have to understand that when we do this healing work in the spiritual realm, our physical body does have to catch up. And sometimes those aches and pains, just like Miss Moonchild said, it's the growing pains, right? It's just like when we were a kid and we were growing and expanding, our bodies have to physically go through that too. So I'm going to honor that on energy today. I'm just going to honor it, right? And really make sure I'm nourishing my body, giving myself good, healthy, whole foods, eating the rainbow. I love Miss Leanne yesterday posted a picture of the rainbow. She did herself a smoothie. And I thought it was so cool because I've been doing those too. And I love it. It was so pretty. It had blueberries, strawberries, like spinach or kale or something in there. She had all the colors. It was just so cool. I'm like, that is the way to do it, right? Eat the rainbow, really support my body. Stretching is good, and start increasing water intake. Yes. Thank you, sister, for that reminder as well. And you know what else I was reminded of last night? Moon water. I was like, you know what? Use some of your moon water too to help balance with this energy, because that big release that I did, right? So thank you for the reminders, guys. That's why we come together. We set the intention together, right? To nourish ourselves. We're one. We remind each other of this beautiful stuff. So we're working towards a new moon, so we need more water for sure. Thank you for that reminder. Absolutely. You're so right, right? And manifesting. Yes, exactly. Reminders for ourselves. And you know what's interesting about that too is the tea. Like, right, I've really been craving switching from my coffee. Normally I'm a big coffee drinker. My body's been like, nope, I'm not digging the coffee right now. I want tea, tea, lots of tea, tea. All right. Okay, guys, let's get moving. Let's get moving. We only have an hour. We want to keep on track, and we focus on mind, body, and spirit, right? So we've been talking about the animal vibes, and what some of the energies are. Learning how, right? Again, learning to read our own energies, understand how our bodies are working, and what's happening within us. And then when we start to read the signs in the universe, the things outside of ourselves, and we understand that, for instance, animals can be a great tool, a great vibe, great messages, great way for spirit to communicate with us and bring us different energies to help us along our healing path, along our spiritual journey. Whether it be an animal physically come into our realm, actually in person, or it be us talking about an animal like this, maybe come across the TV screen, even different animals in conversation, all of a sudden different animals come up. There's different messages within that give us different information if we're open to receive it, right? Chai tea. Yes, Miss Cherry. That is actually what I've been drinking, is the chai. I love the chai, and I've really been craving that, which, what do we know, right? We learned about that, I don't know, last year. We probably need to do another series on some of the teas and things we can drink, right? Because chai tea has got some super potent anti wonderful herbs. I can't, we can't get too far into. I think I just got the ding from Facebook right there, right? Oh, they're talking herbs. Oh God, they're talking about herbs. Ding, ding, ding. If you guys are having an issue on Facebook, make sure you come over and check out the YouTube. I do have it pinned. Paste. Let me do that. Yep, frozen. Miss Kelly says we're frozen. I can't handle it anymore. What's up, Kelly? Is it the frozen thing? Okay, I just pinned the YouTube. Just pin the YouTube. So come over, join us on YouTube if you're on Facebook and having trouble. I don't know. They don't like me talking about herbs. My bad. And I did it. I dinged it. So come check it out. Or TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you. And you guys, thank you for hitting those hearts over there and helping it to keep the rhythm going over that algorithm. You can see, okay, okay, Miss Moonchild, good. Okay, so maybe it's just whoever it froze up for. Maybe Kelly's just kind of in and out. I don't know, but Facebook does like to do that to me. So the YouTube channel's right there. You can click on it. It's in the comments. I pinned it even. Oh, I think I pinned it. Let me pin it. Thank you, Moonchild, for sharing that. Did I pin? Oh, why isn't it popping up? Interesting. I pop over here and I don't see it. So let me pop it in over here really quick. And then I'll pin it so that if anybody's having trouble on this Facebook, here's the link for the YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe over there because we don't seem to have any issues with that. Oh, Auntie Kelly, let's chit chat after I'm done on here, hon. Let's chit chat. Okay. You see everything? Okay. Okay, cool. It's there. Well, that's funny. I popped over there and I couldn't see it, but you can see it. Okay. Well, it's there now. Ta-da. So, by popular request, and I don't see Mr. Teddy. Can we tag Teddy? Teddy, where are you, Teddy? This was your request. Teddy messaged me yesterday, and we've been talking about the animal vibes, right? Different vibes that animals can bring us, the different messages animals can bring us. I've been sharing with you guys out of one of my favorite resources to go to. This is a book. It's actually a deck of cards, but mostly the book is what I use, by Jamie Sams and David Carson. And as you can see, I have used this so much. I've literally had to tape the the binding back together. This book has traveled, I figured it out, over 80,000 miles with me across the country, back and forth across the United States, from south, north, east, west, all over the place, because it's just loaded with really cool information. And the reason we're sharing this, right, is because that these animal vibes can be really good information for us. If, like, again, even if it's just coming across in a feed and you're hearing somebody talk about that certain animal, or you're scrolling through TV and you just keep seeing a certain animal over and over and over, like that catches your attention. There is a message in that for you if you're open to receive and be, open to looking into it. And the cool thing now is you don't have to have a book. We don't have to go to the library. We don't have to carry a book around. We literally can Google nowadays, and you'll get lots of different information. And what's cool is when we trust in our intuition and our knowing and understanding, okay, there's a message for me that my team's trying to get to me. We can trust that message will resonate with us when we see it and take that and go, okay, I get it now. That's why this book is so abused. I don't want to say abused, used and loved, really. It's not abused. It was used and loved. And that's why it looks abused, though, because I would, when I was traveling cross country, I would go to spirit and ask questions, and then, about whatever's going on, and then be open to receive messages. And then I would see different animals or different things would come across my path. And then the message would be on point every time on point with what was going on. So if we're open, the universe is always divinely conspiring to bring us the information we're seeking. It's just for us to learn to read these signals, open our minds, expand ourselves to some new ways rather than it just happened to be in black and white, right? Spirit is always bringing messages, and each message has layers, divine layers upon layers of information that it can bring us. Not just one, ever. One message never has just one meaning, ever. That's how beautiful the universe is. So, by popular demand, and I don't see him. I was hoping if I waited just a few minutes, he would get here, but he's going to have to come back and watch the replay. Teddy requested we talk about dog. And he just sent me this cutest little picture. Sorry, TikTok, that you guys don't get to see the picture, but what it says is it's got this really cute white, almost looks like a husky type dog. And it says, is it normal to like dogs more than people? I'm just asking for a friend. This is so me. I love dogs. I've always loved dogs. Dogs are amazing, right? They're amazing. They love us unconditionally. You want to talk about such a beautiful example of unconditional love. Dogs, right? For reals, hands down, dogs, all breeds of dogs. So let's chat a little bit. FYI, because they ding me if I say the M word. That's a bad word in this world. We replace the M word, because we all know what we're talking about, with vibes. So animal vibes. is what we're talking about. Okay. The M word. So, dog is all about loyalty. Shock, shock. All of the Southwest and Plain Indian tribes had dogs. These noble animals would often give warning signals of approaching danger. They helped in the hunt and were a great source of warmth on long winter nights. Since the canine tribe has many breeds, early Indian dogs were usually half wild. This wildness, however, never divested the owners of their dogs' innate loyalty. Dog has been considered the servant of humanity throughout history. If a person carries dog vibes, he or she is usually serving others or humanity in some way. Here you will find the charity worker, the philanthropist, the nurse, the counselor, the minister, and the soldier. Dog has the servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is the vibe that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, dog is a guardian. Throughout history, dog has been the guardian of hell, as well as ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies while mothers were cooking or in the fields. Dog honors the gifts and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. In examining dog vibes, you might find that you have found personal memories of owning a loving dog as a pet. This message that dog is trying to give you is that you must dive deeply into your sense of service to others. Canines are generally service oriented animals and are devoted to their owners with a sense of loyalty that supersedes how they are treated. If dog has been yelled at, or paddled, it still returns love to the person who was the source of its bad treatment. This does not come from stupidity, but rather from unconditional, deep, and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It is as if a tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. If you can see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them, they cower and cry at the slightest look of disapproval. But this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dogs have even been trained against their nature to be brutal and vicious out of a sense of service. These breeds have adopted the attack oriented desires of their owners. They carry an alternate genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved of by their masters. Dog vibes ask you to look at how readily your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. If you have pulled or if you have dog energy, there are several questions you need to consider, depending on the situation about which you're asking. Number one, have I recently forgot that I owe my allegiance to my personal truth in life? Number two, is it possible that gossip or the opinions of others have jaded my loyalty to a certain friend or a certain group? Number three, have I denied or ignored someone who is trying to be my loyal friend? And number four, I love how alive it this always is, Spirit. Have I been loyal and true to my goals? I'm going to repeat that. Have I been loyal and true to my goals? I love it. Jen, I love you. I love dogs more than people, right? I have to say I do believe I love all animals, sometimes a lot more than humans. I will say they're yeah, at least they're true to their nature. So are humans, I guess, right? I agree with you. But how cool is that? Okay, and here we are. We're talking about our goals today and prosperity, right? Our goals and being connected to our prosperity. Miss Moonchild's back. Hi, Miss Moonchild. I'm glad you're back. Oh, we got Brother Bear in the house. Brother Bear, hello, hello, hello. How are you? So good to have you guys. If you're not following Brother Bear over on TikTok, go over, follow him, check him out. Must see, must see. Come over, join us on the Native Prince Crystal Healing family, also over on the Facebook. All right, guys. So again, we're talking about our goals today, right? And then how cool is that? That we're talking the loyalty and then the questions that dog energy can be bringing in dog vibes. And that last question, have I been loyal to my true, have I been loyal and true to my goals? And then here we are talking about these goals, right? And why are goals so important to this prosperity that we're wanting to create? We are divine manifestors. We are manifesting 24/7, 7 days a week, whether we are consciously doing it or not. Okay. So that's one main reason, whether we're conscious of it or not, we are divinely manifesting what we believe, what we're focused on, where our energy is going. Where our thoughts go, energy flows. So if we're constantly focused on failing, things that didn't go right, stress, worry, that's the energy that we are feeding, right? And we're taking away from these goals. But if we are putting our energy into these goals, right? If we're focused on our goals, on the things that we want, the things that we want to create. And if we have challenges happening within our life, this is why it's important to look at our goals. Take a look at what's happening around you. And what is it? Is there things that you are not comfortable with, that you don't like, that you want to change? Because you're the one manifesting them. You have that power. You're just doing it unconsciously. So let's shift it. You see it now, the thing you're not wanting. So let's shift it into what it is that you want. And that's where our goals come in, because then we focus on what we want to create, not the thing that we're not enjoying anymore. We don't like this. We don't want to focus on that because we don't want to give our energy to that. We literally have to take our eyes completely off of the challenge. What? Yeah. Take your eye off of the challenge, away from the obstacles. And this is why it's important to have the goals, because goals keep our eye on the prize. Keeps our eye on the prize. Keeps us true and loyal to us. This gives us the chance. This is why we have these retrogrades and we look back and we reevaluate. And this is why it's important we have the short-term goals and we have long-term goals. And we understand that there is no end. There's no end. Every time you reach a goal, that is another platform for you, a springboard. Each goal reached is a springboard into the next goal, the next, right? And why is this part of prosperity? Because that's the way life is. Look around us at nature. Again, the signs that great spirit gives us all around. Everything is always about transforming. Nothing stays still. Nothing stays still. Always moving, always transforming, always expanding, growing, going towards the next best, highest good, right? Stop and okay, so let's see. Let me come over here really quick. Catch up on comments. I'm learning how that if I stay positive and keep the negative away, I'm growing more for myself. Absolutely. And Miss Pauline, you're a cat person. That's okay. It's okay. You can be a cat person and a dog person. You don't have to have a dog around you, but to have the dog energy, right? Again, the physical doesn't have to be there to receive the message, the metaphysical message, the behind the scenes from the energy of the animal. Okay, so now then, yep. And stop living like a prey. If you don't like it, fix it. Exactly, right? Exactly. If we don't like it, change it. If there's things going on, understand we hold the power. That's the amazing thing. We are so powerful. We are powerful. And that, like we were talking about this morning, the unseen is creating that scene, right? So, this is why it's important that we do the spiritual work when we're wanting to manifest in our physical world, because it's the unseen, it's our beliefs, it's our attention, it's our vibes, it's where we're putting our energy that is manifesting what's happening around us, right? So this is important, good stuff, right? Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So let's take a minute, because today we're talking about our goals and evaluating our goals. And I know one of the most powerful tools we have available to us when it comes to this spiritual work, and we're talking about doing the spiritual work, is the power of meditation, the power of silence, breath, going within, and just being quiet for a moment and asking ourselves, our guides, our angels, our teams, just being open to whoever's open to talk to us or receive, right? Just being quiet for a minute and asking the questions about our goals. Okay, so let's practice it for just a moment. Unspoken manifestation is the best because it is our true heart's desire. Exactly. And what's important, I love you bring that up, Miss Sarah, right? Because the truth of it is we are manifesting constantly because we're putting out, and that's why it's important for us to really look at our true heart's desires and to clean out this junk that maybe's hanging out that we don't want to be manifesting again. The regret, the reget, that's why we talk about that energy and letting it go, so that we don't get the same thing over and over, right? So it's important. This is important stuff to evaluate and to look at and to stay focused, so that we can exactly that. We can truly manifest what our true hearts desire, what our true beliefs are. And sometimes that's why it's important we look at our beliefs. That's why we go into the thought. We're going to go into that next, right? We look at our thought processes. We look at what our true beliefs are. And sometimes we have to rechange that around. You know, I came from a family that believed very hard, believed that, for instance, I came from a family that believed violence was the best way for a solution to our problems. So I grew up believing that. So for me, that was a belief that was the only way to solve problems was through violence. I didn't like violence, so I repressed it rather than express it. I repressed it because I didn't know, right? Because that was a belief of mine that was the only way to do it. So I had to go in and reevaluate that belief and go, no, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm going to change this belief, and I'm going to find new ways to express myself, right? So now I've just created a manifestation. I just manifested a new avenue for myself of expressing, and had to release that old belief. Even though it didn't resonate, it was a belief that was in there to my core that was the only way it was able to be done. I had to erase that belief and retrain myself to the core and understand that there was ways to do that. And then the manifestations in my world started changing all of a sudden. My relationships, my ability to communicate, my ability to do things differently started changing. The outside, all the things that previously I'd been focusing on outside, wanting to change and trying to manifest the changes by focusing on those things, it had to come to that core belief, right? Okay, I'm kind of sorry. Thank you so much. All right, so let's take a moment let's just take 1 minute because we have a few. We have several. We have 24 hours in a day and endless time, right? Infinite. But before we go into our little food for thought, we're talking about our goals today. Let's just take a minute, do a little breath work. We'll do a quick little meditation, and we're going to go within and just ask the question about our goals. We're going to go within with the intention, setting the intention of what it is for ourselves on our own personal level, within, coming within to our own intuition, what the one thing is that will help us to. Thank you, Moonchild. Thank you for being here. Your energy is so beautiful, sister. What is the one thing that will help us to shift when it comes to our goals today? What is it that we can receive? What information will help us to elevate today when it comes to our goals? So if you're in a situation where you can, if you're at work or you're driving, please do not close your eyes, but you can still listen along and do some of the breath work. And you can always come back and really go into a nice deep meditation for yourself when you're in this situation. But if you're at home or you're in a situation where you can, I invite you to just relax. Sit comfortably, relax sitting back, allowing wherever your chair that you're sitting in to just fully support your weight. Close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and exhale out. And take an inhale in, filling the oxygen, just fill your lungs, expanding your chest. And exhale out, releasing, feeling your body just kind of softening, allowing again the weight of the chair you're sitting in to fully support you. Allowing your body to just absorb the oxygen, feeling each cell just come to life from that oxygen, breathing in. And as you exhale, releasing and just softening the body. With those eyes closed, we're just kind of breathing in that beautiful golden ray of light, setting the intention to go within to our heart center, following that breath into the chest, exhaling out, becoming more soft, more relaxed. Breathing that golden light into the chest, feeling each cell within our body just bathes in this golden light. All the way from our toes to our fingers, we just feel the life in each cell, the oxygen, the golden energy, exhaling, releasing, softening, bringing us deeper within ourselves to our quiet space. The warmth energy caressing us, making us just feel so safe and loved and gentle, knowing this is our safe, sacred space. Continuing to breathe in that golden energy, we're just going to ask the question quietly, what is the one piece of information that will assist me today for my goals? Just continue to breathe in that golden light. Exhale, softening and allowing thoughts, visions, feelings to come. No judgment. We are open to just receive. Breathing in the golden light, exhaling golden light. Receiving unjudgmental information about our goals. Continue in and out breath, feeling that comfort, trusting, no judgment, letting the thoughts flow, letting the visions come, letting ourselves be guided in this golden light. Continue a few deep breaths in, release. And just from this space, we're going to offer our gratitude and our love for this beautiful experience, knowing that we always have this tool of breath, meditation, and going within to our own intuitive heart center for guidance. In this place, we can come and ask any questions about anything in the midst of any challenges and receive divine golden guidance. Just with the next few breaths, allow yourself to start to return back into this time. Come back to my voice, back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, go ahead and open those eyes. Come on back. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. That was beautiful. I hope for you it was as beautiful as it was for me, because I feel very chill now. And Jen says you were plugged into your ear at work. That's wonderful. Yay. I hope you were able to really get something out of that and at least be able to come back even later, maybe on a break, right? That's why I like to practice that with you guys, is because I think that was maybe about 5 minutes. I get a little lost. I mean to check the time when we do it, but right. But how easy it is, really. What's 5 minutes? We have a 5-minute break out of our day. We can stop and just go within and do that. That is a very sacred, amazing tool that we have available 24/7, 7 days a week, no matter where we're at, always available to us right here in our heart center, right? So, and Miss Carol over there at TikTok was standing waiting for the bus. I'm so glad that that was helpful for you. Ta-da! And Miss Karen says, "Good morning, dear ones. I see you all surrounded by love and know ease and elegance in realizing your purpose and goals." Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. That's beautiful. What a beautiful intention for the group. I love it. Miss Pauline says that was amazing. It's always amazing to do this. And Miss Moonchild says that was beautiful. Yay. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. I really do, right? And it is becoming part of our very regular routine. Spirit is like, I think we're getting a clue here for all of us, right? The spiritual practice we're working on. Hint, hint. Spirit's like, keep practicing that, guys. We're all making big leaps with that, right? Being able to go within and really get that personal information for ourselves. How magical is that? I mean, really, that's magic at its finest, in my opinion. Just saying. Okay, so now that we got some food for thought, or we started in that area, let's move on to the food for thought, right? Again, it's important when we're looking at especially the manifesting and the goals, when we're looking at our goals, to go within and really look at our thought patterns, our thought processes, our belief systems. A lot of times, especially with manifesting, right? One of the great, like money, lots of people that I work with, they want to manifest more money. It's just money that they want to manifest in their world, and they're so focused on that. But what they don't understand is their core belief around money is not so good. They don't have a good relationship. They have a core belief. Some people are raised that, money is evil. It's the root of all evil. Out of beliefs of vows of poverty, that it's not spiritual to be prosperous, and lots of these different belief systems that may be at our core, right? But yet we're focusing on manifesting out here, and we're not understanding why are these things not vibing. And that's why it's important to go within and look at our thought process, at our patterns, at our belief systems, and understand what is the root of that. And then when we start, it's like weeding our garden, right? We can plant the seeds all day long in that garden of weeds of manifesting X, Y, or Z. But if the weeds are choking out those seeds, they never have a chance to sprout. So we have to go within and we have to get to the roots of those weeds and take them out first. And then we plant the beliefs that we're wanting to manifest, the things we are wanting to create, right? So that's why it's important to do this work and evaluate our thought processes. Thought process. I think process is correct there. Anyway, I like to share with you guys one of my favorite tools that I use with my spiritual practice is from the Science of Mind magazine. This is a guide for spiritual living. It's a magazine that I get in the month every mail. I get in the mail every month. It's only $5 a month, and it's just loaded with really good positive energy, positive vibes that I share with you guys, right? So, oops, let's pull up here today on the screen. So, the title of today is Mental Equivalence, and it's by J. Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti. And that's why I write the name on the screen now down here on Facebook, because I really do not mean to do disrespect when it comes to names, but sometimes I just have a hard time with these names. So that's the name. Anyway, so our quote today is, every time a thought is born, you are born. We can draw from the infinite only as much as we first think into it. It is at this point that so many fail, thinking all they need to do is affirm what they want and it will follow. While it is true that affirmations have real power, it is also true that they only have the power that we speak into them. I did not read this before, you guys. I promise. This is, I just, Spirit, do you see Spirit working here for us? This cracks me up in a good way. As we cannot speak a word we do not know, so we cannot make an affirmation we do not understand. We really affirm only that which we know to be true. We know that to be true which we have experienced within ourselves. Although we may have heard or read that this or that thing is true, it is only when there is something within our own soul that corresponds or recognizes its truth that it is true to us. This ought never be lost sight of. We can effectively affirm only that which we know, and we know only that which we are. It is herein that we see the necessity of providing a greater concept of life, a bigger idea of ourselves, and a more expanded concept of the universe in which we live. This is a matter of inner growth, together with the enlarging of all lines of thought and activity. If we want to do a thing that is really worth doing, we must mentally grow until we are that thing which we want to see made flesh. Oh, wait a minute. We have to mentally grow. Dude, everything we just talked about wrapped up into one. Really? Like, right? Exactly, Pauline. Exactly. We can't let I'm Kelly. I mean, we can't let the weeds choke out the seeds. But we have to go through. This is exactly what we're talking about here, right? It's not about just focusing on what we want to manifest and putting affirmations out into the universe and sending that to it and going, okay, we're manifesting this. Why isn't this happening? Why are we not? Why can't we? Why? What's happening? It's because there's a core belief behind whatever that is that's choking that out. And we have to get down to that core belief. And that's where, like what we were talking about earlier this morning, we have to look beyond the challenge. We have to go past that because we can only believe what we've experienced up until now. And that's where faith comes in. That's where faith plays such a huge role. Because we have to weed that stuff out and say, no, again, faith comes in that I believed violence was the only way to express anger. I had to remove those weeds. Nope, nope, nope. And have faith because I didn't have a solution at that point, but I had to have faith that there is another way and that spirit would show it to me along the journey. that there would be a way made known, right? Through the mental equivalent, changing my thought pattern. As I changed that and having faith, that's what changed my surroundings and brought within me, manifested within my world, tools, people, places, and things that gave me the tools to release that energy in healthy ways and to change that thought pattern, to create the mental equivalence of a healthy expression of anger, right? Spirit message from Miss Kelly: don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yes. Yes. And hello, we got Teddy in the house. Teddy, you're going to have to go back and rewatch the replay because we did talk about doggy. Because of you, we even used your picture. So go back and rewatch. I love it. How on point is this today with our goals? It's just so beautiful how spirit intertwines these messages for us. Um, Hello, Leanne. Well, you guys are divinely on time. I know that to be you and Teddy and Mike. Mike's always here, Teddy. Hate to break it to you. He's here waiting for you to show up. Always. All right, guys. So today, our affirmation for the day. Now, don't get me wrong. Affirmations are important and they can help us. And they're important to use when we are retraining our brain and retraining our energy, right? It's about the universe understanding reads energy. So those beliefs, those cores, those are the vibes that we're sending out. So affirmations can bring us into the energy we're sending out. So that's why they're important. But it really comes down to the affirmation has to hit and resonate in our heart. It's not the words coming out of our mouth, it's the resonating in the heart, and then the energy that our heart is sending out from the vibration of the words that the universe is reading. Right. So that's why they don't always work the words for instance, with money. If we're trying to manifest money and we're putting affirmations and words of money out and we're speaking them, words are powerful, right? And in our mind, and we're putting that in the universe, our brains and everything, okay. But in our heart, if we have this belief that money is bad and that it's going to bring us, trouble, when those words resonate with our heart is sending a different signal going, yeah, but we don't really but we're in fear of it. Our brain's telling us, yes, we want this, but our heart's saying we're in fear of it. And the universe is going, nope, we're in fear of that. We're right. It reads our heart. Right. So our affirmation today is, I am made new and whole in this moment as the love of God permeates me. So I will repeat it again for those in the back. I am made new and whole in this moment as the love of God permeates me. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. Nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Archangel Gabriel cards wanted to come in today. They're all about creativity, right? Gabriel's all about creativity. Talking about our goals. How divine for him to come in during that. Talking about that. Take those off of there. There. Setting the goals, getting creative expression. This is very important for us as spiritual beings to have a healthy way of creatively expressing ourselves. Why is this important? Because creative expression is the vehicle to release emotions, it's healthy ways of letting go of these emotions, these pent up things that we, are maybe not serving us. It's healthy to get into that flow. So it's important when we look at goals. I'm a big believer that part of our goals should have included in it some form of creative expression. Whether you like to go dancing, or you like to paint, or you like to carve, you like to do pottery, you like to sing, you like to do makeup, you like to be creative with hair, you like to make clothes, you like fashion. We all have within us, it's part of our life purpose, even, right? We all have this certain vibe in our heart center that makes us who we are, that unique individual self of ourselves, our spiritual being self, right? That is made up of those passions, those desires. Those were all little secret ingredients put within you when you were created, so that you come here to this planet with that purpose, that life purpose, to be that vibration, to step into those things, to express ourselves creatively and freely. We are made in the image of the master creator. The master creator created everything you see. Everything you see. You can say that chair right there was made by the chairman, but nope, that was made by the master creator spirit, right? Everything, the idea, the thought, the tool, all spirit. This is all spirit, the master, right? But because somebody was open and receptive to their spiritual being, to their divine essence, to their creative expression, they created this chair. Spirit created this chair through that creative expression of that person who desired that in their heart to do this work, right? You were talking my language. Crafts are my jam, right? Absolute. And they should be like, and that's, it's interesting. Imagine this world. Just imagine what this world would look like if every single person on the planet was doing exactly what they love every day of their life and fully being supported 100% for it. What would our world look like? Because to me, I see a beautiful world. When I see that, I literally get a picturing of a world that works for everybody. I see a world of everybody honoring and respecting and embracing each one's special skills and talents, and uplifting and upbuilding each other and loving each other, supporting each other, right? Because that's our divine purpose, is what it's a creatively expressing. I personally feel like we're kind of constipated. We're emotionally creative. We're creatively constipated as a conscious collective society to a certain extent. And it's creating a lot of our wonkiness. But we can't change everybody around us, but we can change ourselves. When each one of us on an individual scale shift into our passion and our thing, we can start to, right? We start to show that. I mean, look at the world we live in today, though, when it comes to creative and living in your passion for reals compared to 100 years ago. If you would have told my grandparents that I could sit here and do a digital video feed, that this would be working in this spiritual realm, right? Doing the things I love teaching, would be supported. Seeing these influencers on YouTube and TikTok paying $5 for a cup of coffee, for the love of God. That was somebody's dream, that people would buy coffee. My grandparents would have never even believed that type of thing possible, right? But because we are opening and expanding and stepping into our creativity, the world around us is changing one person at a time, shifting into that. We're seeing so many more artists, so many more creativity, so many more divine ideas, amazing ideas. I mean, we've got kids being born that are cleaning the oceans now with tools that are just like off the hook. They're cleaning up our mess like we were kindergartners making a mess, and they're just coming in like, okay, you sillies, let us show you, right? But that's because we're consciously shifting, each one of us. I get creative with baking and cooking, it seems. See, boom, Leanne, thank you. Cooking, there's another creative skill. My whole life I grew up thinking I had no creativity. I was like, oh, I'm not creative, because I always thought of an artist as somebody who was a painter, period, or did something special in that realm. I never looked at, I was so closed-minded to what it meant. And now when I step back and see, like, it is in all forms. Creation of any kind is a creative, expressive, especially if it makes us feel good. It's healthy, it's good, and it's needed. Okay, so let's see, because I got 4 minutes, what Gabriel has to say. And 2 cards come up. And Michael wants to come in today too. I knew it's Gabe and Mike going to come in. So we're going to get 3, maybe 4 cards. We'll see what Michael has for us here. All right, Mikey. Yeah, I didn't think I was creative growing up. And you know, what's funny is I love makeup. I used to love to do makeup, and I do all my friends' makeup and hair. I love to do hair. I was like yeah, hair like crazy. And so I never thought I was like creatively expressive. And then I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like totally being an artist and didn't even like, I wasn't giving myself any credit, right? And so do you see I was holding because of a belief system that I had deep within my rooted thing that an artist only looked like this. Somewhere along the line, I got the idea that a creative, to be creative, you had to be able to paint a perfect picture. Somehow in my mind, that was a belief that I had to my core. And I'm so grateful for Miss Kelly Partridge and for Miss Karen Jordan, because those two beautiful souls are the ones that woke me up to like the creative expression in everything. And that it doesn't have, there is no such thing as a perfect little, there is no box of what an artist and that creative expression can look like. And then all of a sudden I went, holy cow. And now you guys, I paint, I draw stuff, I do stuff that I honestly didn't believe I could do until I stepped out of my box and started trying, because I didn't think it had to look like this anymore. All of a sudden I opened my mind, I expanded my thought process about it, and it shifted me, opened doors that were off the hook, right? So crazy. I always feel Archangel Michael talking to me. Michael is talking to you, babes. That's because he's working with you. Especially if you're feeling him, use that energy, man. Because Michael, if he's calling to work with you, what an honor. I love getting to work with Michael. He is such a blessing to work with. And he's omnipresent, so he's available for everybody. You don't have to wait for him to come to you. You can come to him. But if he's coming to you, that's such a blessing too, because um it's a level up, man. It's kind of like a level up, like you're getting a calling card to level up a little in the spiritual realms, and they're like, hey, we're here to nudge, hey, hint, hint. All the archangels, right? Will slap me into creativity. I love it, Miss Kelly. That's great. All right, guys. So first off, Gabriel coming in is just saying, let it go. Let it go. And I don't want to try to get the picture, but let it go, right? And here we're talking about creativity again. Let go of your idea of perfectionism. Literally, you don't, let go of it has to look a certain way, and just let yourself get into the flow of things. Let go that idea. Release the desire to control the situation. Leave it up to great spirit's infinite wisdom to resolve everything beautifully. So just let it flow. Give it a try. Check it out. Let it go, right? We can't be in the flow if we don't let go. You can't flow downstream if you don't let go of the boulders, the old beliefs, the old thought patterns, right? So let go of those old beliefs so that we can recreate some new goals and evaluate. Now's the time to evaluate and look at some things and let some things go. Let them go so that we can move into the goals, manifesting the things that we want to manifest, right? Open your heart to love. Gabriel's saying, open up, open the heart, open to love, open to the flow. The more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater their life force energy will be. The greater your life force energy will be. Oh, excuse me. So we're focusing on our goals and prosperity, right? Opening our heart. The more our heart is open, the more love we pour into what? Worry, stress, making it happen, right? Oh, no, wait, that's not what that's saying. The more love we pour into our creations, right? Into the flow, into the gentle ease, into the things that make us feel good, into that, how empowering it is when you're doing something that you passionately love, right? If we do the things we love, we'll never work another day in our life. I promise you. Never. You never have to work another day in your life. Just do the things you love to do. And we get to choose. We are supported in doing that. Spirit's saying, you're supported. You can do it. The more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater your life force energy will become. Well, I need him, so can you give him some more time off? So can you give him some more time off? Well, let me tell you what, he's omnipresent. That's the beautiful thing about those archangels is they work with me and you at the same time, and it doesn't take away any of the energy from anybody else. Ever. They're tireless. We humans get tired and are so limited. Again, this just shows how limited we are as humans in our belief systems. And it's kind of funny. The angels, even right now, I promise you, like they're literally giggling at us. They're in this little circle thing. I see them as when I'm doing this, they're always it's hard to explain. But anyway, they're kind of they're giggling at us. They are. Because it's like we as humans in this human form are so limited in our beliefs and our understandings, and we haven't always been this way in this human form. This is a conscious, this is why through history, consciously, it's always done this. It's a dance. We're weaving through time, through history, getting these experiences. But this we're capable of so much more. That's all. We're just so much more capable. We are so much more powerful than we have even scratched the surface on consciously right now in this plane of existence. That's all. So, Archangel Michael's coming in and he's saying, pay attention to those dreams. And Pauline, I have a feeling this is especially like there's no feeling. This is like, this is a very guided, and actually not just you, but Teddy too. I just heard Teddy's name. FYI, Mike is saying, pay attention to your dreams. This is a collective, so it is for everybody, but specifically for those guys, you too. This is like Michael literally coming in and saying, pay attention, and me. I will take it. He's like, hey, you're in that too, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, gotcha. I'm in that too, and he's right. Pay attention to your dreams. My left eye is twitching right now. That's interesting. Oh, I'm going to do some research on that. I just literally heard to pay attention to how I'm seeing things. Okay, so I'm going to pass that on for all to pay attention to how we're seeing things in our dreams. So not this is a very interesting message coming through, guys. So not the words, not having conversations with, but pay attention to the visuals, the seeing, what we actually are seeing in our dreams. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see it's just interesting what I'm getting right now, like a kind of mini download or something. I don't know why. I'm just putting this out there because I really don't know why they're showing me this. This is interesting. But I'm seeing what we're seeing, a drive-in. I'm getting a flash of a drive-in movie theater. This is so interesting. And they're showing me the chords. Okay, so like if you hopefully you guys know you remember whoever this is for is going to relate to why, I'm sure. If it's not Pauline or Teddy, it's somebody else out there watching this part of the message. So you're gonna know. But in the okay, so the old drive-ins, they had the like cords, like they had these really big, bulky speakers that you would like put on the inside of your car window to listen. And like for some reason they're like saying like that's not like there's a it's like static. They're showing me static in listening. There's some kind of static thing happening in listening. Uh, and now I'm hearing silent movie. It's like a silent movie. Um, so the silence. So it's guiding. It's just being guided to go into the silence and pay attention in the dreams. And I don't know what the driving thing's about. It's for somebody. If you're not watching now, then when you come back to the replay, you're going to know this, that's the way this stuff comes through. Um, the prayer with this that we can ask Archangel Michael is thank you for tucking me into my bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderful, restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand this. And then whatever, if there's a specific thing we're trying to understand or just in general, um, on a spiritual level and give me guidance. You feel that it's you. Okay. Well, it's definitely for somebody in the house right now. There's no that's very rarely do things come through like that, but it was very clear that I needed to share that and channel that for whoever. I just keep hearing silent movie, like silent movie. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Miss. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Leanne, you're. Is there some kind of memory with the uncle and drive-in movies and silent movies? Something about silent movies, maybe, or like there's a message in that. So it's relating for some reason for you, or you feel like it is. Then I mean, you know what it is. Hello, Samantha. Hello, welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. We actually just doing a general card read, but I had a little download come through, so I'm just putting it out there for whoever it was for. And again, the beautiful thing is, right, Michael's omnipresent. So if the message resonates for you, then it's for you too. That doesn't mean it's only for one of us here. Um, it means it's for all of us, and it can be on multiple levels, and that's how amazing the archangels are, and this world is. This spiritual realm is again, talk about our limiting thought processes as humans and how big and expansive the spiritual world is. It really is mind blowing, right? Says, now that's awesome. Okay, I got a message from that as well. Okay, so cool. You got it. You understand what it's about. That's all I need to know. Like that's the part of doing this work that is just so amazing. I've had shows where things have come through and nobody's like, nope, nope, nothing. It didn't resonate. Nope. Okay, that's fine. And then, 6 months later, people are coming back and going, oh my gosh, all of a sudden it resonates. It made sense. Or literally I had somebody a year later go, oh my gosh, this totally resonates. This is the message that was meant for me, and I'm like, wow, talk about spirit again, just knowing divinely where to put it, when to put it, how to put it, where the intertwining us. It's beautiful. You can't deny this stuff, right? All right, we are a little bit past our time, so I apologize. I've gone 10 minutes over. Apologize, don't apologize. I don't know why I did that. Like the team literally like, really? That's what you're doing now? There's an ego trip for you. That's ego. Did you guys see my ego showing? I am going to be back on today. She said, "We took the kids to a drive-in movie theater, really cool, and that's the same state I'm driving to tomorrow." Oh my goodness. Okay, there's definitely some messages in that for you, sweetheart. And yeah, we if you need to chat anyway along the way, let me know, girl. But you got this. You got those messages. Call him Michael, babe. Call on him. Ask his help. Ask for that guidance. Driving is a really great time for that meditative. Again, I shared with this morning my favorite one of my spiritual journey, part of my spiritual journey, was I was blessed with getting to transport animals cross country for about 6 months. 80,000 miles in 6 months. That's what I did on my van. And along that journey, though, road trip, right? It was only me and one other person. So you get tired of talking to each other after a while. It gets real quiet, real silent, right? A lot of silence, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation. Was the animals. Like, again, asking, I would go and ask certain questions. And then I would always, like, within, I mean, immediately, I can't even, sometimes open my eyes and literally there's an animal, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and I'm kind of slow. So sometimes it'd be like, oh, I'd see a rabbit maybe. Rabbit was a big one for me. And like, oh, it took me like, I don't know, 3 rest stops that I finally like, oh, I think maybe the rabbit has a message. And then it's like, oh, yeah, that's the message for me. All right. So road trips are great for that, because it really gives spirit such amazing playing field to give us messages with, and for us to be receptive and open to. So I know with your intention and where you're going with this is going to be a very spiritually healing trip for you. You're going to get lots of good information and sending you lots of love, holding you in space, all of your family as you guys, send your love and um, the remembrance with your uncle, all of your family holding you guys in that love and light, sweetie. I've been calling. Okay. So, how are people's toes and feet in diabetes? Because did someone in fear of losing the feet because of diabetes? I'm not sure about that, Teddy. I've been calling. Pauline says I've been calling on him a lot when crafting. It's amazing when he helps me, right? Isn't it just like it's so cool to work with that energy and to know that it really is, and they get so excited when we call on them because they want to help us, but they respect our free will choice. So imagine how it is for them. Okay, for reals, think about it, how we are so like wanting to help and love and give our friends and family like all the support and love that we possibly can, right? But if we don't know, we don't know, right? And then here they are, they can see everything, they know everything going on, and they're like right there and they want to help us, but they have to honor our free will choice. So they watch and wait, and they're like, oh, if you would just ask, if you would just ask me, I could wave my magic wand for you right now and help you make life easier. But we get so locked into this, oh, I have to do it myself, this limited human thinking. So when somebody does ask for their help, they are like, yay, finally. It's like they have a party. Literally, all of them have an amazing party and celebrate. It's wonderful. Okay. Leanne, it's been constant noise with the pets, the kids, and normal routine. Even though this is a funeral, it'll be the first time I'll actually be solo in silence and driving through the mountains, which I love. Leanne, I really do. I mean, I feel that this is going to be a very healing spiritual journey for you. And again, death can be a beautiful thing. We have very limited beliefs here in this world that death is this bad thing and we have to, it's okay to grieve and to, you know, uh be sad because we know we're not going to physically be having that energy around us. And being a human is a very sacred experience. Getting to have this time and honoring that life is a very important thing to do. But right, it's we know, I believe energy never dies. Nature tells us that we're always transforming, we're always expanding, growing, right? And so really it can be a very it's healing, right? We know that that person is no longer having this human experience, but they're now back having a spiritual. They're back to their spiritual being, having a spiritual experience, right? And for us, it can, the grieving process can be a tool for these emotions, for this healing, the going within and having a human experience. Grieving is part of the human experience instead of when we're in a spiritual nature, we don't grieve. It's not an option because it's different, right? So this is going to be very healing for you, and allow yourself the whole process. Grieving, we get happy, we get angry, we get sad, glad. It's okay. These are all normal, and there's no rhythm or rhyme or way, but it can be very healing when we allow the process through ourselves as well. Okay. My aunt passed 3 years ago. They are with each other again, and my grandparents and loved ones. Exactly. And that's exactly it too. It's a party on that side. Let me tell you, when our ancestors transition over, just like we have parties here when there's a birth, they're being birthed back into their spiritual nature. They're just being rebirthed. I mean, even when we come into this, we call it birth, but really we're being rebirthed into a human because we've done it before, most of us. Some of us maybe not, because there's, believe it or not, some of us are new, haven't actually come to this planet yet, but there's lots of us that have chose to come here before, and so that's a whole sidetrack. I'm getting sidetracked, huh? Teddy, can you message me? Yes, he can. Big celebration. Exactly. They do. They have a party. They're like such a celebration happening, and like, yay, we're back to, doing a thing over here. They understand things in a whole different level. It's beautiful. All right, you guys, I really am way over though. You are not going to be alone. Here, I love it. Miss Kelly, boom. Miss Kelly says she just heard you are not going to be alone. Hear the static. You are, okay, hang on a minute. Sorry. You are going alone to be able to not hear the static. I'll get that out correctly. Exactly. This is like, again, there's a very interesting, I have a cool story. I mean, I think it's kind of cool around death. And it's very, so my kids, we had two grandpas and my dad all pass away within 3 weeks of each other. My children's grandfather passed in a car accident, and then 2 weeks later, or a week later, my grandfather transitioned, passed away, and then a week later, my father passed away. But what was very interesting about the whole thing is my grandfather that was up here in Oregon and my father was down in Arizona. Grandpa got to say goodbye to everybody, but he was like holding on and not going. And they're like, they'd never seen a person not transition that like through hospice. They're like, this isn't normal. He didn't eat or drink for like 10 days, which is just beyond what the physical human body is supposed to be able to do. Like in that situation, they're like, this is stuff we don't know. But my father, at the time, we didn't know how close he was to transition. We believed that he had quite a bit of more time, but spirit knew, right? There's always this divine conspiracy, transpiring for us. So in the midst of things, it appeared like, why is grandpa being oh, it's, but he had things, there was things he needed to take care of before he transitioned. And then he transitioned. And when he did, because my grandfather was from Arizona originally, all of my family then came down to Arizona for his services. And while they were there, my dad wound up hitting his transition point faster than we thought he was going to. And so the whole family was, where I'm getting to is he got to say goodbye. He got to say goodbye to his whole family before he transitioned as well. Now, had my grandfather transitioned the way, the physical body, and the week before, it would have been a week before. And had that happened, we would not have known where my dad was at in that same place and time. So what I'm getting at is, in the midst of it all and going through it, it looked like, oh my gosh, why is God, why all of this? And when I look back now, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so divinely perfect for everybody involved to have a healing experience, to have their own personal journey and process through it on such amazing levels that it's beautiful. It's actually beautiful to look at now and go, wow, that was so cool. What a beautiful um, way that the spirit was divinely conspiring for everybody in the situation. So that's just my little spiel on how these things can roll out. Miss Leanne says, yes, my dad and sister often offered to meet up halfway to drive together, but deeply felt it was drawn to drive solo and need the alone time. That's listening to that inner self, sweetie. Good job. Good job. Talk about parallel lives, Mika. I lost my birth father. 6 months later, my grandfather. 6 months later, my stepfather. Both fathers were in a car accident. Grandfather's was a massive heart attack. Right? I'm telling you, talk about parallel lives. I love you bring that up. See how spirit divinely conspires to bring those of us together that have walked the same, side by side, but the same vibe, so that we can support each other and elevate and see the synchronicities and go, wow, again, look at how spirit was divinely conspiring through your information, through your experience, through everyone involved in your journey. And when we start to see that, to me, I see beauty in the transition. I see beauty in death, in the sense of, right, the growth and the expansion, and knowing that there is no finality to us. I don't believe that. It's just impossible for me to believe. There's too much evidence to the contrary for me to believe that there's anything other than continuing to go and go and go and experience and grow and expand and new horizons. So, okay, I really am. It's 9:54. And we are way over. I love you guys. I love chatting with you guys. I am going to come back on this afternoon. I'm in the office today, so I'm available for readings. I'm going to be on TikTok doing readings. I have to go get some breakfast first. I got to nourish myself, get myself some energy going, and then I will be back on to the TikTok to do some readings. So thank you so much, April, for being here. Thank you. That's why we say we are one. Exactly, because we are one. We really are. There's only one of us here. Only one of us here. That's why it's so important to love thyself, like love thy neighbor like thyself, because really, that is thyself. I love you guys. I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. I'm not sure. I think we're going to talk about cat tomorrow. Miss Pauline says it's crazy because my dad passed away in August and my granddaughter was born in November. He left and she was born. Do you know that's another interesting dance through my family that we've always kind of had is people come in, like, it's like you always you see the shifts, the transitions, and it's beautiful when you see the little sparks of that personality show back up in timelines. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, reincarnation type. um I'm convinced that my father has incarnated to a certain extent, maybe not. Well, nah, I'm pretty sure it's him. I'll tell you him. He's reincarnated as my nephew now. He passed away. My father passed away in August of 2013. My nephew is now 2 years old, and I'm pretty sure that he is a complete incarnation of my father, because one, his grin, like the facial expressions, not, he doesn't look per se like him so much, but certain traits and personality things are coming out, and it's just very interesting. It's like, it's just so beautiful. I love it. That happens a lot in my family, along with numerology. See, that's being open to see the the synchronicities, to speak the language of the universe, to start to read the universe. That's how we do it, in those ways, just like that. When you come back on for the reading. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? Let me know what time. Oh, let me know what time when you come back on for. Okay, Teddy, I'll let you know. I'll be on the TikTok, so it'll probably be within the hour, I would say. Unless I get chatting with somebody, that's usually what happens. Okay. Yes, she is him in the next line. It happens. It does. I'm a believer. I believe that they're like, okay, put me back in, coach. This isn't my first rodeo. So why am I going to hang out over there if I want to come back in here and do some spiritual, adventuring and work? And then some of us are like, nope, we're done. We're done with Earth. We done did our time over there. We experienced what we wanted and we're out. We're going to go play in some other fields. We're done. All right, guys, I love you. I really am. I'm zipping it. I'm zipping the lip. I love you. I will see you back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. And I'll be back on TikTok to do readings. If you guys are interested in any readings here on Facebook or TikTok, YouTube, join the TikTok. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe. I don't know what you do on TikTok, but I'll be over there. Love you guys. Bye. Look, it's not cooperating with me. It won't let me leave. This is hilarious. My exit video won't come on. Nope. I should say so many times I love it because I see them again. This is great. I can't. Apparently they don't want me to exit there, so we're not going to play the video today. We're just going to say goodbye. Love you guys. If you'd like to book a session, Earth Angels Heaven Sent .godaddysites.com. Love you. Bye. Request failed. Okay, this is hilarious, you guys. It's not letting me shut down. What's happening? Can you guys still see me? Because it won't let me stop. It's saying error code. Request failed. Status code 401. I did say I was going to be available all day for readings. This is hilarious. Spirit, really? I need to get some lunch first. I'm hungry. I need nutrition first. I don't know what to do here. Can you guys still see me? Okay, apparently you can. I don't know what to do here. Why won't... Okay. It won't let me stop the video. Right? Message not complete. Spirit has more to say. I don't know what. Like, okay. Somebody over here on TikTok was asking for a general reading. Are you still here? Maybe we need to pull another card. Let's pull another card. Okay, Michael. We'll pull one more Michael card and see if that will complete the message. Go eat. We will wait. I love you, Teddy. I love you. Oh, my goodness. Well, good thing I have leftover dinner that I can just heat up and have for breakfast. I'm a weirdo like that. I like leftovers for breakfast. Okay, Michael. What do you need us to know? What's up here? You won't let us go. There you are. Did you guys see that flip over? The situation is already resolved. Archangel Michael, I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this. Okay, that's the general. This situation's already resolved. Somebody out there is stressing out. Somebody out there is freaking out about a situation, having a little stress, sending some energy into those wonky areas. Michael's saying, stop it. Stop. Stop. The situation's already taken care of for your highest good. So don't feed the worry. Don't feed the stress. Don't feed that negative energy. It's not serving you. You're wasting your energy and your time. And you're really working against the divine highest good for yourself when you're doing that. Because it's already taken care of. So stop resistance. Stop the resistance. The situation's cared for. One more. I hear one more. Energy healing work. All right. Again, that makes so much sense. Quit putting your energy where it's not serving you. The situation's taken care of. Stop stressing. Stop worrying. Do the energy work. Get a Reiki session. Do some energy healing. Get some energy work done. Do some personal energy work. Just doing that meditation, doing that breath work, going within. Do the intention of healing your energy, releasing your energy. Asking again, Archangel Michael, thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. Okay. So literally what Mike is like, hey guys, hey, hello, please. Remember we were talking about that? That the angels, the guides, right? Especially the archangels, they're like, dude, put me in, coach. Come on. Come on. Put me in. Come on, coach. Coach. Hey, coach. Coach. Put me in, coach. Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Put me in, coach. Right? Literally. Michael is saying, you guys, call on me and ask. You don't have to book a session. You can book a Reiki session with Jamaica. Hint, hint. That's me. That's me talking. That wasn't Michael. That was me. Totally. Right? Or you can literally call on Michael. He's available. You don't even have to schedule him. He doesn't need scheduling. I do. I'm human. You have to schedule with me and set a time. For him, you don't though. He's available 24/7. No time needed. Literally, you can call upon him and say, hey, dude, I need a Reiki session. Seriously, you guys, do you understand that's how powerful you are? You literally can call in Michael and say, hey, Mike, I need a Reiki session. Help me out here. Help me out. And he will do it. And then not only this, right? But he says, thank you for connecting me to loving, high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. So not only will Michael do that work, but he will find ways to connect you with people, right? Ways, time, money, space, energy, all source. He will find the sources and ways to make that road available to you in order to have this energy healing done. You just have to ask. Simply set the intention and ask. Boom. Magic. If spirit wants to keep us in the live, then proof in the pudding, right, Miss Kelly? What can we do? We can only do what we can do. All right. Let's see if Michael says that's good. Like, I mean, he's pretty clear. Like, hey, guys, I think he really wants you to work with him today, all of us. If you're here, you're guided here today, Michael is saying, put me in, coach. Call on me. I would love to play. I would be happy to clear some energy work. You know, we just did that cord cutting, like I said, on the full moon, right? Calling on Michael and asking him to cut these cords of the things, asking him to reveal the roots of the cause of the cords. He will get rid of those. Sometimes we don't even need to know why. We can just ask him, take the roots, take them, and he can clear those. Sometimes we do need to experience what the roots are so we can let it go and change the belief, though. You know, sometimes that's the reason that comes up, so that we can change the thought process and we see where it comes from and then we let it go. But he'll guide us in doing this work. We just have to set the intention. Okay, Mike, I really need nourishment now. I do. I'm hungry. I love you guys. I'm going to try this again. Boom shakalaka, right, Miss Kelly? Boom. All right, let's try again. Exiting the building. I will see you guys back tomorrow morning at 8:30. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to power it off because nope. Okay, we're just going to have to force it, I guess, out of the app and just close it all down. So I'm going to close it all down, guys. I love you. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, hopefully. This wonky energy, if it's meant to be, I'll be back here in the morning. It's my intention to be here. I had to tap on the shoulder saying, "Hey, everyone, pay attention to the messages." Spirit's really working with us. There's some amazing, like I said, there's solar flares happening, there's moon energy happening, there's like global stuff happening. And this work is important. This is important stuff. It really is for ourselves and for the globe. Because when we heal ourselves, we are one. We heal each other, right? Okay, I'm forcing it down. I love you. See you guys back here soon, somehow, some way. Love and light. All right.